Hello, everybody. I'm Timothy Long.
And this is Greg.
Welcome to episode number 7 of our podcast. We actually tried starting this in 2021, but a lot of the videos that we did got deleted, and we weren't able to save them in time. We thought we had more time. We really did, and we still apologize for that. But to be fair, the first few episodes we didn't know what to talk about, and we would just end it like before 30 minutes hit. We just literally tried to find stuff and we couldn't. So we're like, why not just do our type of podcast? Just type and do whatever you want, but talk regularly.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
So that's what I saw. So it is what it is. So it has officially been ever since February 27th, 2023. That is the day I quit vaping forever. And it's March 31st, so it's been a month and 4 days, or 3 or 4 days, either or. Just in case it was the 28th, it was sometime in February on those 2 days. But I feel amazing. Still having sleeping issues, or what time I go to bed, and all those, but it'll go away in time. So I'm just trying to do what I can now, and hopefully I can fix any damage that I've done. I hope one day Brandon can quit smoking too. Like I said in the last video, because Greg never talked any shit about him. It was me, and I wasn't even talking any shit. But smoking and especially weed and drugs, they can have a lasting effect on your brain and how someone can act, despite what some potheads or even some people can say. It can change you, and it will. I was a lot happier and a lot nicer when I didn't smoke, and I was also a lot less stressed out and a lot less angry. Ever since I quit smoking, my heart rate has gone down, my blood pressure's gone down, my anxiety and anger's gone down. I feel really good. I did gain weight, but that's something I can, like when you smoke it makes you lazy and unmotivated. And, when Brandon smokes, that's all he wants to do. And then, just rap or play basketball or just like stupid shit, like I will give him credit. He's working and he's engaged and he wants to marry this girl. And you know what? It's one of the strongest loves I've ever seen. I won't lie. On his part. I'm not going to say what his girl's done because that's not my place to say. But I will say, in all honesty, Brandon is loyal to his girl and he wants to marry her, wants to have kids with her. Like, he's a good dude. Brandon's a good kid, but despite all the good things I just said about him, and you know what, he used to be a really good friend. He used to be a really good, like, even better. He used to be even better guy. Like, he's a good dude now if he'll give you the time of day. But back then, before he got engaged and, just wants to spend 24/7 with his girl, and, before he cut off all his friends, he was a friend guy. He would always make time for his friends, and, it's not like they would ask for much, but, like, me and him used to hang out a lot, and we had a lot in common. We had this energy, we had this sync. That's why originally Purple Haze worked. And then eventually it failed because he just lost interest, and then it was on me. And then if we ever got like a lot of viewers or a lot of subscribers, back when he was interested, he would claim he did a lot of the work too, and it was his idea, and it never was. But I would let him have the credit if it would make him happy, because I missed him and I wanted him to be on the channel. But I mean, he even quit TikTok. For a long time he was on TikTok, and that's why we have a lot of his TikToks on. But it seems like he's done with that. Now he's just kind of like a YouTube content creator, which is weird because like that'd be like the last place I would want to do content creation.
Yeah.
But on to different pastures and different things. Whatever he wants to do, whatever makes him happy. I will miss who he used to be. I don't mind who he is now. Whenever we talk, it feels fake, kind of like when I talk to my mom. But I still love both of them, But you know, so you're like, yeah, hi, love you, and you just go your ways. I know deep down he does love me, but he just wants to move on and do different things. So I gotta respect that. He won't word it. He can't word it properly and just straight up fucking tell me, but I wish him luck, and I know you do, and you made the tribute the best you could, and you did good with him the best you could, and that just is what the fuck it's gonna be. So let's move on to a different topic because it's a dead horse. It's one of the things that keeps getting brought up by me, and I don't like it anymore because it's a dead horse. You just keep beating on it. There's no point.
Right.
And I don't want to feel like I'm trashing on him. I'm just letting my feelings out. I'm venting and just saying what the situation is on the channel, just in case we ever do get big in the future and, they're just wondering what happened to the third member on the channel. And that's what happened, it's like the Beatles. And John wanted to go. Then George wanted to quit, and Paul and Ringo were kind of like, fuck it.
Right.
I already made enough money anyways. I already sold enough albums anyways. And then John blew them all on the fucking water with Wings, and then his solo career, so he don't give a fuck. He was the best one among them. My favorite is John. I don't like Paul, but Paul is clearly the best musician. Because Wings sold over 100 million by themselves.
Yeah.
And then you factor in his solo career, like, you have the best musician of all time. Bar none. Because the Beatles are the best-selling band in history. Wings has sold over 100 million. I don't know how much he sold solo, but must have been quite a bit.
I think so. I'm not sure what the number was, but yeah, he did.
Sold more than John.
Yeah.
John's music after the Beatles, outside a few select songs like Mother, Watching the Wheels Go Round, Oh My Love, and Imagine. Outside of those, I didn't like his music that he made with the Plastic Yoko Ono band.
Okay, yeah.
That stupid band he created with her?
Yeah.
I never liked her. I thought she was toxic, and she led to the breaking up of the Beatles. And, I kind of link Yoko Ono and Brandon's Girl. Purple Haze was on the rise, and we were making a lot of videos, and then she got in the way, and eventually it ended. Now, is she a lot nicer than Yoko Ono? Oh, yeah, a lot nicer and a lot less toxic, too. She hasn't always treated me good. For a long time, there was a lot of animosity, and I really didn't like her. And she used to talk shit about me. But we came to an understanding where we both want to make this dude happy, and eventually she just got used to my presence, and I just still said what I felt I wanted to. Like, I never changed who I was. I still said and did what I felt, even if she didn't like it, but she got used to it.
Right.
But she won, Greg. That's the end message. I want to end, talking about Brendan on that message. She won. She beat me. That's the end. She won. And it sucks.
Oh, I know.
just is what it is, bro. They're bringing back the Scott Pilgrim movie as an anime. What the fuck? And they're bringing back the original cast too.
Well, I've heard of the name, but I haven't seen it.
It's shit. Literal shit. It has Michael Cera, so it's shit anyways.
Ah, okay.
God, what has he been in? It seems like his career died. Fuck, man. Fuck. God, I gotta look it up. I don't know what the fuck he's been in. Like, the last thing I seen him in was The End of the World in 2013. I mean, he was in Arrested Development.
Yeah, that's the only thing I remember that was more recent.
I remember him from Superbad, like,
yeah.
McLovin. I mean, he was in Superbad, he was in Juno, Scott Pilgrim, This Is the End, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, Youth in Revolt. He was Robin in the Dick Grayson movie. I mean the Lego Batman movie. He was Barry in Sausage Party. The voice behind the announcements in Children's Hospital. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm going to assume that's adult. Central. Well, I don't know what the fuck it is. He's also known for his Broadway performances. Nobody gives a fuck. Blah, blah, blah. He's a musician. And they take this shit seriously. I can't take him seriously outside of, like, a comedic effect.
Yeah, I can see that. And I think that's maybe that's why he hasn't done anything lately.
What?
Well, the comedian stuff.
Oh, well, I mean, apparently he tried to release music, and I just can't take it seriously.
Yeah, I can't see him as a musician. I don't.
You know, he did release a book. It's called My Man Jeremy.
Okay.
My Man Jeremy. So he released a book in 2013. He released an album in 2014. This dude's done it all, I guess. Sausage Party. The Lego Batman movie, 2017. Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank. I guess is like one of those animal movies.
Okay.
He did some television. Like, he hasn't really done much, you know? It's not. He hasn't been as awesome with Jonah Hill. Like, Jonah Hill, out of that situation, definitely won. Like, those three people. Like, McLovin was, he was in the Kick-Ass movies, Kick-Ass 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the only other things I've seen him in, you know?
Right.
I mean, that's not bad. You get to be in a movie with Nicolas Cage and Chloe Montez. I mean, she's fucking gorgeous. But, you know, I mean, this guy had some success. I'll give him that. Jonah Hill clearly won, though. Like, I think we can recognize that. Jesse Eisenberg. Guarantee you this guy's Jewish. That's the actor from Zombieland with the really big nose.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. He's also the douchebag that plays Mark Zuckerberg in The Social Network in 2010.
All right.
this guy just plays a douchebag in every role he's in, and I just feel like he might be a real douchebag. But that might be just me projecting. I really do think he might be a douchebag. I could be wrong, but I doubt it.
Yeah, it's probably one of those what I call secondary or third actors where they're not popular, but they're trying to get anything they can just to succeed out there.
I think he might be that because, like, you can't name him on the top of your fucking list, you know?
No.
Yeah, you know. Uh, good for him, I guess. He's older than I thought. I'll give him that. His wife's hot, you know. I'll give him that. His wife is very hot.
How old is he?
39.
Oh, okay. I didn't think it was that. I didn't think it was going to be. I was thinking early 30s, but I didn't know he was like 39.
You know, he looks like that dude from 99. Like from 99, that cop show.
Oh, okay.
The one that sings
Yeah, and I can't think of his name.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah,
They kind of look alike. They both have big, you know,
the big
we're going to
nose.
sound really anti-Semitic from this video. You know that, right?
Right.
We're just joking. Anybody, you know, just in case you take this seriously, you know, because, you know, people get canceled, I guess. Not like we haven't already been canceled by society. I mean,
Yeah.
not much else they can do, Greg.
No, the way things are going.
No, we're pretty much already canceled. I wish that was a joke, but it's really not. Just is what it is, bro.
That's true.
But yeah, you know, everybody got to find a place in this world. I still don't know what I want to be, like a writer, an actor, famous, not famous. Like I really don't know.
I know it's a hard thing, you know, when you're young. And then when you get older, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, I should have went this way, that way, and
I hopefully when I get older, I won't care. You know, I really won't care, and I won't have made a bad decision or choice or whatever the case may be. It would have worked out, and if it didn't, well, there's always hard drugs. So in your so so in your dreams, you get the win.
it's true.
You know, tomorrow's my Friday, so thankfully I can just fucking. Tomorrow's my Friday, so thankfully I can just fucking relax and well, after work, of course, just relax and probably sleep in all day Sunday or go to the gym because I gotta stop sleeping in so much and go, but I just want to see how far the effects will last before I can just go back to normal and everything will be good.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's not too busy for you tomorrow.
Uh, You're right. Hopefully it
But
will.
Saturdays are those days where it kind of goes different directions because it's a weekend and end of the week, and
I just want to be good.
Yeah. Tomorrow's April 1st.
Oh my God, you confused me for who gives a fuck.
I just can't believe we're already in April.
Excuse me?
I just can't believe, we're getting into April. It's just like the time is flying.
I know. You ain't shit, dude.
Well, they say when you get older, the time flies.
Indeed.
I never believed them.
You probably should have.
Well, when you're told that when you're young, it's like, oh yeah, right, and
Listen,
took
it
forever.
depends on one's perspective.
Yeah.
It just depends on one's perspective. That's what I've always thought with it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, would you rather be rich or famous? And I don't mean just like internet fame like Mr. Beast. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but
Yeah, I've heard of him.
like you probably heard of him because we use YouTube a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Either that, or I'm sure I've mentioned him to you a few times. Or Jenna Marbles, if you were around back in the day. She was very popular back like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. It was more from hearing from you and seeing it on the internet.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
I actually rather be famous than rich. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to have money and all that, but I think it just.
Well, you didn't let me finish.
Oh, go ahead.
I was talking about Madonna famous. Like super famous.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I
no.
noticed your tone changed.
Yeah. I could go. Oh man, that one threw a curveball.
Yeah, you ain't shit.
I don't know. I think it just all depends on the situation. I just think, I have no problems like the rich side, but it's just, I don't want to get tangled in all that money and all that.
I don't know which one I would do because I feel like being famous would have its perks. It really would.
Yeah.
Let me explain. Oh God, what the fuck? And George Lopez shared a photo of two cows about to have sex, and like the white cow is saying kinky, and the brown cow has like A1 sauce, and I'm like, that shit's disgusting and fucked up.
George Lopez. I used to watch this show.
I don't think it was that funny.
No, he wasn't really that funny. I just watched it just to watch it and just to have something to do sometimes. But no, he's not one of my favorites. No.
A young Shaq and Kobe. Damn, he was actually skinny once? That's amazing.
Oh, Kobe?
No, Shaq.
Oh, Shaq. Yeah.
I'm like, wow, he was actually skinny once. They're like, you're fat shaming. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, he used to be skinny long. Yeah, I remember seeing pictures of him.
Sarcasm.
Yep.
I can't take Facebook seriously.
I know.
You know what sucks about Facebook?
What's that?
When people post, like shit, like they don't, like they just post like short shit, like they just say something. They're like, fly high tonight, or like hold your relative close. Like they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Or like if they're bitching about someone.
Yes, I do exactly know what you mean.
And then when you ask, they're like, "Oh, it's none of your business," or like, "We can't say."
Yeah, and then, or they don't even answer at all. I've had that, yeah. And then some people just put some random crap on there, and it's like, come on. And it's like, what is this? You know, like photos of themselves or something like that, or what they're doing.
I was just watching a little episode of American Pie. I forgot how funny that shit was. That shit had me geeking. Um, you know, 20 years ago today, Michael Jordan played his last game against Kobe Bryant.
Can't believe it's been that long.
I know.
It's so funny. Um, Being here in Chicago, you know, we got WGN, which is the Channel 9.
Greg, you were older than Kobe Bryant.
Oh, I know. And they're doing a special on WGN, like 75 years. And they did this big thing about the Bulls and, you know, even talked about Kobe Bryant a little bit and just the championships and everything that went on. And it was just the neatest thing. It just brought back memories, and you kind of miss those days.
I wish they would have stayed together for the '99 season. That would have been interesting. I think they would have won against Tim Duncan. I really do.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Imagine, like, he did one last season and he never came back to Washington. Like, he did one last season with the Bulls, hits 30,000 with the Bulls instead of the Wizards, wins the MVP, the Finals MVP, the All-Star MVP, and the scoring title again, and he goes out. Like, that's the end.
Yeah, I could see that.
he would have been considered already the best. I mean, the dude was considered the best when he only had 3 MVPs. Like, LeBron, as much as I like him, and I do as a guy and like an athlete, but he's no Kobe, he's no MJ. He's not an exciting guy. Like, he's kind of fucking boring. He's safe.
Yeah.
And that's fine if that's what you like, but I want that killer instinct. I want someone who's going to play until the time runs out, not give up on their teams or chase another team.
Yeah, and I don't know if we'll ever see that again.
The loyalty like that? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably not. No, probably not. I wish it would, but athletes now sit out a lot of games, and the reason why MJ and Kobe tried to play as many games as they could and play through injuries is they said, due to how expensive NBA tickets are, maybe just once in their life there's that fan sitting in the stands that could be the next them. Or just some poor family that only gets to watch them once. And he doesn't want to disappoint that kid. He wants to play. He doesn't do the load management shit. He's getting paid to play. That's what he's going to do. He doesn't want to disappoint the fans.
Yeah, I could see that, yeah.
MJ said it first, and then fucking, MJ Jr. said it, just, sad I never got to go to one of their games, but,
Oh, I wanted to, but it was, it was always sold out. You couldn't even get tickets for them.
Well, that, and I don't want to drive in a major city. It's always some major fucking city.
Yeah.
I wish there was still that team in Syracuse. Believe it or not, Greg, there used to be a team in Syracuse and Buffalo.
I remember the one in Buffalo. I don't remember the one in Syracuse.
There was, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And now this was like the 50s and 60s. But could you imagine if it was still there? Oh my God, how packed the city would be.
Yes.
Oh my God, it'd be fucking packed like a motherfucker. I wouldn't want to go near the city that day. I don't want to go there now. But maybe I will once that Boeheim fucker is gone. He won one championship in 47 years, and everybody thinks he's one of the best. Can't be the best if you only win one, Greg.
No, that's true.
What's the goal? What's the goal of the game, Greg?
Right, and there isn't. If it's just one,
it's to win.
It's to win, yeah.
Oh, it's not everything, of course. Like, there's other things that come into play if you're a player. Like MVPs, final MVPs, defensive accolades. But when you're a coach, the only thing that matters is getting to the playoffs, the winning. And he only did that once. But some people overrate him and consider him one of the best, only because he's been there for so long. Well, that's not good enough for me. I don't think he's that good. I think he's overrated. I don't know what to think of this new pope. He's the first to be a member of the Jesuits, the Society of Jesus. He's the first to be from the Americans. Not only that, he is the first to come from the Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah,
and the first pope from outside Europe since the 18th century papacy of Syrian Pope Gregory III. Pope Francis. God, he's been the Pope for the last 10 years. Can't believe it's been that long.
I know.
Still say, fuck this guy. He's Catholic, so who gives a shit? Do you like Harry Potter movies? Well, not the movies, I'm sorry. Do you like Harry Potter books?
I have not read the Harry Potter books at all. I've always wanted to, just to see if it's a different thing than the movie. I've heard mixed emotions reviews from other people regarding the books. Some people like it, some people don't. But I at least want to read the first book.
Gotcha. Um, I heard the books were good. The movies maybe didn't portray the characters as well as they should have, or they made some characters better and some characters worse than they should have been.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I liked it so much is one, I loved it, Daniel Radcliffe. Emma Watson, even though I can't stand her politics, did really good as the main girl character, Hermione. I didn't like Ron Weasley, the guy that played him. I didn't like him, nor do I like Ron Weasley's character. Like, just the way they made him sound like a jealous asshole who's using Harry for his name. Because Harry was already, like, you gotta keep in mind, Harry's father was famous, and so was his mother. And he was famous before he even fucking stepped foot in that school. He was the boy who lived.
Right, right.
God, Mother Teresa, what an evil fucking man. Yes, Greg, I said what I said.
I know. I've heard things like that too. So don't. I've heard
I
some.
just personally don't give a shit about her, to be honest with you. I think she's completely overrated, and she didn't even believe in the church.
Yeah.
God, I can't believe this bitch got a 1979 Nobel Peace Prize. I can't believe this person was made a fucking saint. I can't trust the church. Oh, I know Christopher Hitchens. Christopher Hitchens is in here.
Oh, he is?
Yes. One of Mother Teresa's most outspoken critics was the English journalist and anti-theist Christopher Hitchens, host of the documentary Hell's Angel in 1994 and author of the essay The Missionary Position, Mother Teresa and Theory and Practice, 1995.
Okay.
He wrote an article in 2003 stating, and I quote, "This returns us to the medieval corruption of the church, which sold indulgences to the rich while preaching hellfire and continuance to the poor." I can actually see that. You see it all the fucking time. Mother Teresa was not a friend of the poor. She was a friend of poverty. She said that suffering was a gift from God. She spent her life opposing the only known cure for poverty, which is the empowerment of women and the emancipation of them from the lively stock version of compulsory reproduction. He accused her of hypocrisy for choosing advanced treatment for her heart condition, but not for her patients. Hitchens said that her intention was not to help people, and that she lied to donors about how their contributions were used. It was by talking to her that I discovered, and she just assured me that she wasn't working to elevate poverty. He said she was working to expand the number of Catholics. She said, I'm not a social worker. I don't do it for this reason. I do it for the church. I do it for the church. Although Hitchens thought he was the only witness called by the Holy See, Arup Chatterjee, author of Mother Teresa, The Untold Story, and was also called to present evidence opposing Mother Teresa's beatification and canonization. In 1994, Mother Teresa argued that the sexual abuse allegations against priest Donald McGuire were untrue when he was convicted of sexually molesting multiple children in 2006. Mother Teresa's defense of him was criticized. Abortion right groups have also criticized Mother Teresa's stance against abortion and contraception. So, I say fuck her. She's a fraud. Clearly didn't believe in what she preached about. I just don't see it. Saint Teresa of Calcutta is what they call her. Virgin.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to be honest with you, Greg. I think she's a fucking fraud, and I don't like her. And the fact that she has patronage is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the reasons why many people don't like the church.
I know.
I don't like her. She can fuck off. The fact that she won a Nobel Prize.
I know, that's surprising.
It's it's surprising and it's very disturbing to me.
Right.
Listen, you can say there's good people out there in the church, like Pope John Paul II, who I'm not unafraid to admit was a good man for his position, ironically enough. Pope Benedict, I'm afraid to say, I do not share the same feelings of.
No, I agree with you on that. I don't know much about him, but
He was a Hitler youth.
Yeah.
He fought for Hitler.
He's not as like John Paul, out in the public very much, and
no, he would freak me out. He had an evil look.
No, I totally agree with you on that.
But if Pope John Paul lived longer, maybe things could have been different. But he lived a long life, and I would have loved to have met him.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, if there is a Pope John Paul II, he'll be as good as the first two were. Because I heard Pope John Paul I, the one that came before him, the one that died in 1978, I heard he was good too.
Yeah, I've heard things about him too that were pretty good.
Why they show I looked up his funeral. Why they show his dead body in a photo and he's supposed to be the Pope? Why the fuck they show this? Nobody wants to see that shit. Well, they obviously did something, some makeup or something, because he looks like a mummy. I don't even know why the fuck I'm looking at this. Well, he died, as you know, he died the 2nd of April, 2005, so almost 17 years ago, almost.
Yeah.
Well, no, almost 18, I'm sorry. Wow, you're right, almost, yeah. 9 days of mourning? Get the fuck out of here. I hope that doesn't mean they had I hope they didn't leave his body there for fucking 9 days. That'd be weird.
Yeah, I hope not. That'd be kind of eerie.
No, that would just be disgusting.
Yeah.
I think I I truly think that they should get rid of. Um, I forgot what I was gonna say. Holy fuck! I forgot what I was about to say. Looks like I still have board. Cigarettes. Looks like I still have more things to do. But the church is too wild for me. And I know that sounds weird, but think about it. The Crusades, the killing of the Native Americans, the cover up of pedophilia, the killing of Galileo, the burning at the stake of Joan of Arc. They've done a lot of terrible shit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of terrible shit.
Yeah.
And I think it's disgusting and fucked up. And not worth it. Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted to stay in New York, we could buy a house for $325,000. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic because it's way overpriced. Like, super overpriced. Oh my god, they're not going to get this. Looks like a fucking barn.
Does it have much land on it?
It got a house and a barn on it.
Oh, okay.
And it got a garden.
Okay.
It's actually badass, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you're probably paying more for the land.
Well, it has a brand new above ground pool with a deck, 2-car garage, 2-story barn, a private yard, and a view of the mill pond. It's actually pretty fucking cool, man. Not gonna lie. Like, super cool.
Mm-hmm.
But, and you know, the monthly payments we would be able to afford, it would be only $2,000 a month. That's actually not bad, man.
No, I was gonna say that's not bad. I thought it would be more than that.
What?
I thought it would be more than that.
No, I think me and you could afford that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's if you did want to buy a house up here. It's badass, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I just sent it to you. It's better than I thought.
I'm just opening it now. Oh wow! Yeah, that's not bad.
You looking at it?
Yeah,
It's nice, man.
that is nice.
Oh, I completely agree.
Wow.
Another truck hit the bridge. Oh, that truck is fucked. surprised it even got past the bridge. Oh, fuck. It tore the truck apart. What a fucktard.
Which bridge are you talking about?
The one in Onondaga.
Oh. There's a bridge that's like 10 minutes from me that's got the same issue. Everybody hits that thing, the trucks.
So,
In fact, the other day, an Amazon van got stuck in there.
yeah. So, you still looking at the house?
Yeah.
Did you see the barn?
Yeah, I did.
That is fucking badass. And then it has the patio and fucking, oh my god, that shit is badass, bro.
There's a lot you can do with this property.
I know. It's badass. Would that be something you're interested in, or maybe if it was in a different state? What do you think?
Wow, that's a good toss up there.
Yeah, but you want to be here forever? I mean,
That's the thing.
If you're willing to make commitment, I would. I don't know. It might be worth it. It's a nice house, but my only concern when it comes to like places like that, like where you finally get the dream house, is well, one, it's not as expensive as I thought, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I could do FedEx forever, I wouldn't mind, but you know as well as I do, it's limited. I'm on borrowed time with that, and it's like, what other good jobs are around here? I think we would be able to make it, but I would want us to be able to make it, not struggle to make it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, Greg, if I could do this forever, it wouldn't be a problem because I make over $3,000 a month. But again, like it's like, what type of job would you find? Like, would we be able to keep them going? Like, there's just too many variables. Plus, I feel like we would just be able to get some easier down south. Like, don't get me wrong. At first, I didn't understand why they wanted so much. Now I do because I think they can sell for more, honestly. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder though, why are they selling it? Is there some like it's not saying? Is there something wrong with it? Did something happen there?
Or maybe, I mean, it can even be they want to get out of the area themselves. Maybe they want to go down to Florida. Or they could be an older family and they want to downsize.
I mean, do we need that much?
I would probably say maybe not at the beginning. You can always save your money and get something like that in the future, but maybe not starting out. But it just all depends though what you want to do.
I think it might be a little too much for us. Not only the price, but how long would we have to pay for it? How long would we stay healthy? What if something happened? There's too many variables, and it's New York. It's just too much can happen that we might not be able to fix.
Right.
And I don't feel like I don't feel like having the IRS fuck me in the ass. So I'm good.
Yeah, I see that too. That's a good point, actually.
Well, Greg, think about this. The size of the audit is the size of a jail cell.
Yeah. That's a good way of looking at it.
Well, I actually got that from the Will Ferrell movie where he played an IRS auditor. He's like, the size of my audit will be the size of your jail cell. I'm like, wow, that's actually pretty good for a Will Ferrell movie. I don't know how to feel about this post. This guy's like, I make over 3 times what my girlfriend makes, and she pays 0 bills. In the 10 months we've dated, she's paid off her student loans, beefed up her emergency funds, and improved her credit score. Love that for her. What if she leaves you? Door is wide open. I was raised to always leave places, jobs, and people in better shape than when I first met them. So if she did leave, I'll be perfectly fine. I add value to others because it's who I am, not because what I want or expect something in return. Is he fucking stupid? She's using him. Look at what it says, Greg. She's paid off her student loans, beefed up her emergency funds, and improved her credit score. Greg, she's done nothing for him. And it said girlfriend, not wife. And only for 10 months, not for years. Jesus, dude.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from on that. I definitely agree. I think that's...
Like, it doesn't say she cooks for him,
right.
does the laundry. It's like she does fucking nothing. I can't understand this mentality. I want half and half, bro.
Yeah.
You can suck my dick. People can say that. Listen, I can be old-fashioned too when it comes to certain things, but when it comes to modern relationships, just because of how expensive things are, the guy shouldn't have to pay for everything. You're not going to act like a modern. You're not going to act like a lady, anyways. You're going to act like a man. So why the fuck should I have to always be a man while dating a man? No homo.
And that seems to be the thing these days now, I've noticed, where it's like they both kind of go their separate ways, do their own thing instead of, working together and doing 50-50. I'm starting to notice that with some people.
Yeah, I mean, listen, whatever someone wants to do, listen, if that works for them, that's fine. But I just would never be able to do it.
Right.
Oh my god, I remember those, the silly bands. Oh my god. Those were so popular back when I was in school. I'm gonna tag you in that. That shit, like, oh my god. Remember the cap guns?
Yeah, I used to have one.
Yeah, from the toy store.
I had a metal, it actually looked like a real gun.
Yeah, like the fucking toy store. Like, it's fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, I used to have one and I got rid of it. I wish I didn't, but...
Well, I mean, they don't even make them anymore.
No, that's true. But just to, bring back memories just to have it.
So, there's a conspiracy theory, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Home Alone, you know how Kevin gets left home alone twice?
Yeah.
What do you think the dad does for work? Because in one of the movies, he literally had enough money to take the family to France. That's like 11 people total. and enough to pay for that house and take care of the family and like a few aunts and I think one of his uncles.
I've always thought it was some sort of a business. He was in some sort of a business, or maybe up an executive.
You didn't think anything weird going on, like being a part of the mob, or?
No, I never thought that.
Well, that seems to be the common theory that's going around. Could I believe it? Yeah, I could. I ain't gonna lie to you. I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think it's like that? I'm not sure. Yeah, they make some weird fucking shows today, man.
Yeah.
Jesus. You know, what do you think of Superman?
Superman?
Yes.
I think it's overrated. Um, I think anymore, if they keep making Superman movies, it to me it just
No, Greg, the character.
that's what I'm talking about.
His actual personality, not just what he represents.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I'm talking more, just the idea if they keep making more movies and stuff, his personality and the way he is just not the same anymore.
Um,
I just like it back the original, the way things were.
yeah. I
And
guess that should be, listen, I guess I should have been more honest. What I meant is, I meant no, you're right. Listen, I don't like the newer versions of him where he's
no,
more cocky, and it seems like each generation that keeps going where he's created or put in different movies, he's made into more of a cocky guy, a dickhead. But in earlier versions, he was nice and a Boy Scout. I prefer him as a nice Boy Scout, like the early 2000s and like 90s version.
yeah, and
Where he was like super nice.
right. And I just think nowadays, and I don't know if it's because of the
He's an asshole.
generations, or I don't know if it's the generations or what, that they just
He's
keep
just a
changing the
cocky asshole.
characters. Yeah,
He's a cocky dick. Like that's what he is.
yeah.
Someone's parking right next to me. What the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
It's weird. Let's give him that. hate the nightlight at this place, since it's like pretty much open 24/7. Like the lights off the building are fucking bright, dude. Like super bright.
Yeah.
The good thing about tomorrow is that there's no pickups on the weekend, Greg.
That's a good sign, yeah. So it makes your day a little shorter, but I guess it just all depends on how many stops you have.
We still have over 100. We're probably not going to get a raise, even though we brought it up like a couple of times. They could have thought that people were joking, but I don't think we were. I just told Joe I don't want it to last forever. If it does, then he can give me a pay raise and I'll stop bitching. If not, well, eventually people are just going to start leaving.
Of course, yeah, especially the ones that have been there for years. And
I hope they would back it up, but some of them I feel like are too lazy to get another job or they don't want to restart because it's all they've been doing for so long. And they don't want to restart with a new truck, new company, they got too comfortable and they'll never leave.
yeah, I was just going to say they're too comfortable.
Unfortunate, but it just is what it is.
Yeah, they probably have no long-term goals, so they just kind of live day by day.
You just brought me back to the Superman thing. Just as it annoyed me. In the newer movies, like what Henry Cavill, he's a decent Superman, but I feel like he was too depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Too angry to be Superman. Like Superman back in my day, I know that makes me sound old, but back in my day when I was young, he was a cool dude. Rarely lost his temper. Even when he did it fairly. He wasn't like, yeah, let's kill this motherfucker. He wasn't cocky. Like he wasn't trying to injure. Like he was trying to protect. Like he cared about everyone.
Right.
He wasn't trying. I mean, even his villains like still went soft on. Like he always felt back. It just like I miss him being ironically what people call him a lame character about. I miss his truth, justice, and the American way. I miss that kind of Superman, the Boy Scout Superman. The one that's faster than a speeding bullet, can jump over a fucking building with one leap.
Yeah.
That's the Superman I miss, not this, oh my God, Superman. I just don't watch anything DC or Marvel anymore because it's all shit. It's all been just brought to the swamp like a Democratic convention.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it.
Batman is a guy that never grew up. His backstory makes no fucking sense. The dude needs major therapy and probably some charges. Like, yeah, we think it's cool he drives around breaking the speed rules and he has a Halloween costume and beats up villains and leaves them for the police and takes in like underage orphans somehow. Doesn't get in trouble for it somehow, and teaches like 9 to 12-year-olds how to fight crime and fuck up older dudes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little fucked up, if you ask me. And it's all because he can't get over his dead parents.
Right.
I just don't know if you can claim the dude's a superhero. He's just an asshole. Like, yeah, he's cleaning up the streets, but the way he does it, they just keep getting out. He's not bringing in any real justice, and he's doing the city more harm than good. They're not going to a real jail or prison or being put to death like they deserve, like Superman points out that they deserve. Like Superman's nice, but he's not stupid.
Yeah.
Or naive. He knows some of them need to die because they'll just keep killing thousands and thousands. And even though we just gotta start off by saying his most famous villain, the Joker. The Joker used to be a family man, used to be a good dude. He said all it took was one day to drive him insane. Or like a bad events, that culminated one after another, depending on which comic you read, because they fucking change it all the time.
Right.
But pretty much his wife died, his daughter died, and I think he went into a vat of acid. Like, something happened, like, all in one day where it drove him insane. And he's what happens when you have no restraint and no moral code. That's the Joker. That explains the Joker. Not, every variation is different. Sometimes he's completely evil and doesn't care, and other times he actually still has a code.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the earlier Joker, like, episodes before they made him, more deranged and more rapey.
Right.
Like, think about the '90s Joker when he had the short hair and the purple suit, the cartoon.
Yeah, I remember that.
The one where he says he doesn't fuck with the IRS.
Okay.
That one. He does evil shit, but some evil shit he doesn't condone. Like, I've never seen the Joker condone rape. Well, I mean, if that, I'm not going to even say anything because he probably would go that far. Never mind, it's the Joker. But he's what you have when you have no regrets. And Batman is what you have where he still has restraint and he doesn't kill. That's his one rule, so he won't be like the Joker, because he feels like if he kills, he can never go back and he'll never be a good person.
Right.
I mean, he's not a good person in general, but, he's not evil. I don't think he's a terrible person, but I don't think he's necessarily a good one either. Because these people still get out and they'll still steal, they'll still murder, they'll still kill, they'll still do horrible things, and he'll just keep putting them back and back. And eventually the process will keep repeating until he gets old and they just... new generation and nothing happens. Just the whole Batman thing makes no fucking sense whatsoever. And no one likes to admit that.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though he's strong, if physics were really applied, he wouldn't be able to do half the shit he does. Weigh 1,000, bench press 1,000 pounds? Yeah, okay. Know every martial art there is and be a master at it. Under the age of 30 and have an IQ over 200. Be super good looking, 6'2", and super jacked and super rich. Yeah, okay. But it's a fantasy. They want the peak human. It's like no peak human has ever reached that without steroids.
Mm-hmm.
Or being absolutely fucking massive in height. It's just not there, Greg. And don't even get me wrong about the stupidity of their alter egos. Bruce Wayne, richest dude, but somehow Batman, nobody puts together that him and Batman have the same chin. Batman has an arsenal of weapons and special gadgets and really nice, expensive cars. And nobody puts it together besides Jim Gordon. Like, Jim Gordon has never called him Bruce, not that I've ever heard of, but he's been suspicious about it. And I don't think he's totally stupid that his daughter is Batgirl. I mean, Batgirl is hot as shit. The adult version I'm talking about, Greg.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But listen, they always draw her with big tits. What do you expect?
Yeah.
She's hot as fuck. And I have a thing for redheads. Like, mostly blondes, but some redheads, they're beautiful. What can I say? I will admit that I do like the relationship between Catwoman and Batman, Selena Kyle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think it's cute, but it'll just never work out because he just can't get over his issues. I think therapy would do him a world of fucking wonders. And I think Alfred, this may be a shitty take, but for a dude that has watched Bruce Wayne grow up and pretty much raised him as a son, he enables him a lot. Instead of getting him therapy and help and making him a nicer and more affectionate person, he's partially responsible for the way Batman turned out.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I don't call him evil or a terrible person, but not necessarily a good one, is because Batman will still beat the shit out of these villains even when they've been defeated. He'll still leave them on, the brink of death? Well, not that much, but still leave them where they're at, like all fucked up and broken, and who knows how long it'll be until the police find them.
Yeah, that's true.
And he'll do it just to prove a point.
Right.
Superman, I never did care for the Lois Lane Superman storyline. How is it that Superman and this journalist Clark Kent look like? Same chin, same height, same muscular physique. Greg, no amount of clothes is going to hide a muscular physique, especially when you're wearing spenders like Splendors. That fashion choice.
You know, I kind of thought that when I was younger. I thought the same thing.
I'm like, glasses isn't going to hide that. Like, he has the same oiled up hair. How many dudes in the world have jet black oiled up hair and blue eyes? Like, get the fuck out of here. And how many dudes in general are jacked and 6'3"?
Yeah, that's true.
And have a tan complexion. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm sure there's a few out there, but maybe a few thousand, if not even less than 1,000? Like, I'm sure there's more than a dozen, but still, it's just their stories make no sense, is what I'm saying.
Right.
This makes no sense. So, Corinne Jean Paris says that she is in hot water.
Oh, she is? I haven't.
Well, the Tennessee shooting, that trans.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
That killed 3 staff members and 3 children. They're all Christian, even though I don't like saying that children are Christian. They're children of Christian parents. I think that's more acceptable, but whatever. She was blasted for claiming trans community is under attack after murders of Christians. And it's like, really? What the fuck do they have to do with it?
Yeah.
They're reaching. It's reaching, Greg. That's what I'm saying. They need a story. They need to stick up for something, or they have nothing.
Right.
And did you see that journalist that was taken in Russia?
Yeah, that I did. I saw that this morning.
Is it fair to say he's a fucking moron for even going there?
Yeah. Because I thought the same thing. I said that was on your call.
Yeah, he's fucking stupid.
Yeah. But it's all the glamour, the money that gets these journalists to do things like that.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit, man. You want to read a fucked up piece of literature?
What's that?
Um, what you can do is read Garfield, All Nine Lives or something like where Garfield murders an old lady.
Oh, jeez.
I shit you, it actually happens. Family Guy showed it. They're like, why would you create this, Jim? I forgot the dude's name, but he's like, why the fuck would you create this? This is like a fucked up piece of literature. And I'm like, well, I don't like Garfield, so I don't know. It just is what it is.
Yeah, they'll come up with anything anymore.
Fuck, man. Alright, let's see. But yeah, I'm just saying their disguises make no fucking sense.
Yeah.
And why the fuck are they wearing capes? It's like, I feel like that'd be detrimental and slow them down. And not only that, make it heavier, especially if they get thrown in water. Well, for Batman, like, that shit will eventually grow heavy and probably drown you. It wouldn't surprise me if it did.
Yeah, I could see it happening.
Me too. You know, we should download an app so we would be able to do that fucking movie review video. So we can do 2 of those. We should do that tomorrow.
Okay.
So we can get that out of the way. Then Sunday, I want to work on that what and less theory. There's only going to be one video in it unless we decide to like make it more, you know.
Okay.
You know, if we're going to make it a theory or syndrome, we'll have to decide soon enough, obviously. But you know, we can get to that when we get to that.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Holy fuck. I don't really have anything left to talk about. I probably did, but it's just been a long day that's just like crushed my mind.
Yeah. Oh, I also did a video today. I will upload that as well.
Yeah, what was it?
I did a video on a unsolved murder mystery that.
Did you do it as a normal guy on the channel, or did you do it as bullshit Greg's Corners?
I just said, hey, it's me, Greg. I didn't say anything about Greg's Corner or anything.
Because remember, we said we would cut that shit out.
Yeah.
You're the new well, that's not fair. Well, yeah, you're pretty much the new Brandon. You're my second in charge. No more fucking Greg's Corners. Listen, it was good while it lasted, just like Purple Haze, but you gotta get rid of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying obviously delete the videos. I'm saying the name. You gotta get rid of the fucking name. You're just Greg, not Greg's Corners. What the fuck's that? You're Greg. You're no longer in the corner. You came out of the corner.
Okay. No, I didn't. I didn't mention anything. Oh, this is Greg, like I used to. Greg from Greg's Corner. No, I didn't say
it
that.
Worked out, Greg. I'm glad you made the video. I cannot wait to watch it. Don't spoil it. It's fine.
Okay.
Is it another Jane Doe video? I'm guessing.
It's not a Jane Doe, but it's a basically
Chicago-related thing.
Yeah, basically. But it happened in my neighborhood a few years ago.
So it would have been technically a Greg's Corner type video.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much just gonna edit the Greg's Corners without calling it that.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out how to.
Playlist style. It has to go somewhere. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I have that. I haven't figured out yet. I could just.
Well, if it's not a Jane Doe video, don't put it there.
Okay.
Because if they already know who the fuck did it.
Well, they don't know who did it, but they know that she's. They of course they know the name of her, but they don't know who did it.
Well, I'll leave it up to you.
I could create another one, just say Unsolved Mysteries or something.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
You should just put it in Greg's Corner because it's not the type of Jane Doe video we do. We do case studies, and you probably did more than that. So put it in Greg's Corner.
Okay.
Just don't call it that.
Yeah, I'll change that name as well.
What are you talking about?
So saying Greg's Corner, I could change it like Greg's Videos or something.
No, I'd rather you keep it that way.
Oh, you want me to keep it? Okay.
Keep the playlist name that. Just don't name any other videos from now on Greg's Corners because you're more than that.
Okay.
But keep the ones that you have done so far as Greg's Corners, just because historically that's what you did first, and I don't want to delete that.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
You know, you gotta appreciate your beginnings, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like me and Brennan used to be Purple Haze, and then we stopped using the name. And then went to Hazy Wolf and Hazy Black, and eventually it wasn't even that. It was just, playing basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just gotta keep going forward, and eventually it'll just show itself for what it is. If it goes more, great. If not, then, well, don't be surprised.
Okay.
But yeah, then just upload this one too, and you got 2 more videos right there.
Yep.
Well, you got 2 videos right there.
Yeah.
But anyways, this will be my end of the side of the talk. It was nice to have another episode with Greg, and sorry if this one was boring. I'm not at work, so my mind isn't as running, and it's kind of tired. I haven't really slept. So once again, my mind isn't as sharp as it usually is, so I'm very sorry about that. We just didn't really have anything to talk about this time, but like I said, we just do a normal talk, and if it's good enough for us, it might not be for you guys, but we never said you had to stick around, but we appreciate that you do regardless if you ever make it this far.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to click off on my part. Greg, you can keep talking if you wish. I doubt you will, but
no.
I'll leave the goodbyes to you.
Okay.
Good night, Greg. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, good night.
Have a good day, man.
Yeah, you too.
Peace, brother.
Yep. Bye. Okay, and I will just do a finish up here. Again, I will be uploading a video along with this one, so hope you guys enjoy it. Other than that, I'll have a great rest of the evening, and we'll see you in our next video. Take care, everybody.